Hey guys, today we are reviewing this, the hanger training aid. So I've actually made things like this over the years that have actually been coat hangers that I've attached to the club in various ways through kind of cable ties and things like this, and I think they're brilliant. So I'm really excited to try this because it really supports a lot of my thoughts on the swing. So quickly attaches, top one goes over the very end of the handle right here. It's just got a bit of a wing nut which you tighten over the grip. Bottom one goes over the bottom part of the grip. What you'll do then is line the golf club face up to the club. I think this is a great asset, by the way. I think that this club face on the hanger itself is really, really good because you can actually, if you get it square, obviously, to the grooves, when you're taking the club back, you know, it's going to be a really good little asset. I think it's got a lot of positives built into that. So these are a little bit fiddly, but they're not bad. Okay, so they're now in place, okay, and we've now got that obviously on the club. So what's great about this, okay, is when we get ourselves set up here, obviously I've got the alignment for that club face there. So if you ever struggle with a one-piece takeaway in your backswing, if you ever get the club rolling back, or if you tend to get it back too closed, or you open it too quick, this is great. The club face is so near your hands as a reference point, it's absolutely brilliant. So I really like it from this standpoint, and get it right here. And then what is great is as we get this to the top of the backswing, the hanger goes on the left arm. So if you struggle with a lot of cut, a lot of open club face at the top of your backswing, this device would be brilliant because you can use this and feel how it sets on the left arm, and that gets the club face nice and square, gets the wrist a lot flatter. So from that standpoint, it's absolutely fantastic. Okay, what else is great is once you've got this to that top of the backswing right here, as you start down, you can feel how that hanger stays on the inside of that forearm, which will mean that as you deliver it through, you can see that the club stays on that forearm and can go left, meaning that there won't be any flip. Now, that is where I think that this aid is at its best. This is how I came up with my idea for it years and years ago. Clearly wasn't fast enough to get to market before these guys. These have done a really good job. It's way more advanced than anything I did. Mine was just a cheap hanger from Tesco's. So what we did is to get this idea that the hanger stays on the left arm, and it stays on the left arm through impact to post impact here, and as the club releases, it only just reaches the right forearm. If you really struggle with a flip, you feel how it's actually on both forearms at this point. So this is a disastrous position. Club face is obviously in a really poor spot right now. Flip my hands a lot. This is going to give me awful club face control. So being able to get it very neutral through here is going to really, really help a lot, okay? Now, sung all of its praises. There's a downside to it, in my opinion, on the design on this one. I would much prefer to see him put a spike in the end, which goes through the end of the grip. I think that this bit here is a little bit awkward, okay? You know, if you've got really quite smallish hands, you can just about fit it in the grip, but it feels like you are obviously holding down the handle. Anyone with big hands, you need to really be aware that the cap at the top of the grip is going to be on your top of your left hand, okay? So it feels a little bit awkward. You feel like you can't quite pressure the shaft in the same way as you normally would do. That aside, I think it's absolutely brilliant. I love it. I think it's got so many great benefits, and I really think for your short game and your pitching as well, something like this can be used a lot, because you can use this to make sure that in that backswing, you match sternum to the hanger on the way through. You've rotated through, matching sternum to hanger. Even in short game, if you wanted to get through, you can always make sure that if you want to use the bounce a lot, get the hanger onto that right forearm on the way through. Loads of benefits to it, some great stuff. Love this club face, love the design of it. Overall, I think it's a phenomenal product. Just that bit at the end of the cap, just be aware of, particularly if you've got big hands. This is the only downside to the product. The rest of it is great. I've already spoken to the manufacturer about that, and I think they're going to probably do something about that in version 2 when it comes out. So guys, I think that this training aid really is very, very good. It's got a lot of positives to it. I like it a lot. I will definitely be using this in my teaching. I think it can enhance a lot of students' games with some particular drills that I think that if you get one of these, you wouldn't be disappointed. If you really struggle with opening the club face in the backswing and getting that left wrist way too cuppy, this could be a great tool for you. Or if you really struggle kind of monitoring pressure through the ball and squaring the club, once again, I think that this is a great aid. Like I said at the start, this is something I designed myself, nowhere near as good as this, but I think this is a great product. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Thanks for watching and talk with you again soon.